Hi there, I'm Jennifer Angel, intuitive consultant and professional astrologer. Thanks so much for being here. This is the Love Week, and I really appreciate you tuning in. And today I'm going to talk about my Love-4-Life program. It's five steps to get ready for love. Because, sometimes we just want to sit at home and hopefully someone will come knocking on the door and ask for like a cup of sugar or a cup of, vodka or whatever. And really it doesn't know. I mean, I'm not saying that can't happen, but, we have to put some effort into it. I mean, otherwise, it's like if you're out in a boat and it's got no rudder, then where are you going? It's just going to go where the stream takes you. So we want to get prepared about, how to attract love, what type of love you want, how you're going to go about it. So, step one, I like to do the love list. Your perfect partner. Like, what is your perfect partner? Or who is your perfect partner? What do they look like? Okay, so, and look at every area of your life. Like it's a spiritual, financial, career, your health and well-being, overall image, and intellectual, social, family, home, personal characteristics. What qualities do they have that you admire? Like trustworthy, honest, and faithful, and all those other great things that we want a relationship to be. So first of all, you can journal this. I mean, I'm a Capricorn, so I get everything on the computer in table format and color-coded. Those who, know me personally sort of, have a bit of a giggle about that, I think. But, whatever works for you, like just get yourself a journal that you dedicate to love, dedicate to relationship. Start going through, use, a page or two for each one. Is that spiritual? Like, do you want them to have spiritual certain beliefs or values? Do they need to follow the same religion or spirituality that you do? Is that important? Is it not important? Financial, do you want someone, we all want someone who's financially independent, right? Of course, we don't want to have to look after people, but how important is that for you? I mean, what about their career? Do you want someone who's ambitious, or that doesn't matter to you? Because sometimes a highly ambitious person doesn't make you number one, because they're out doing, they're providers, they're out doing their work and business. So you want to sort of take that into consideration. Looks are, I think I always say, once you really get to know someone and you're with them for a while and you love them and you see like that deeper soul part of who they are, then the looks sort of fade away. They do for me anyway. But, but we all have this sort of like image that we like, so what is that? And personally, I'm sort of attracted to men who are 5'10". Don't ask me why, but that's my history, and so that's my history. I guess I feel comfortable with it, and so that's sort of on my love list. How social? Are you a homebody? So do you want someone to sort of be home with you, or do you want someone who really pushes you to go out so your life is more rounded? Sometimes that opposite is really good for us, because it provides us with a quality or a situation or a life sort of value that we don't have for whatever reason. Perhaps we're shy or whatever that reason is. So an opposite is like a good quality to have as well, because it fills in that link, okay, that link that you don't have in yourself. So you don't want to, you don't want to always attract the same style of person, the same as you are exactly, because then, there's no there's no shades, there's no light and dark, you know, it's just all the one color. And, you know, are they family oriented? Are you family oriented? Do you want someone who's family oriented? You know, are children important? These are big discussions that you need to have, not on the first date, but, you know, before you get too serious with someone, you know, your main values, and then, you know, and the characteristics. What, you know, do you want someone who's a philanthropist, or, you know, we all want someone that we can trust and honest. But do you like touchy-feely romance, or you know, is that not important to you? So, you know, these are all considerations that go on your love list. Okay, so you can either work with a program like I do at Evernote, where I have everything color-coded and tabled, and you can just get a journal. You know, that's the best way to start, I think. You know, just journal. Okay, so that's step one. So step two, you want to like look at yourself. Okay, so now you have like all the areas of life of how you see, you know, the type of person you want to attract into your life. So what about you? Do you think that you are the type of person, a style of person that your perfect partner would be attracted to? You know, I mean, do you want someone who's like got a six-pack and goes to the gym and you're 30 pounds overweight? You know, so maybe then you have a good hard look at yourself and, okay, so really to attract that style on that person on my love list, then I really need to make some changes in these areas. Okay, and then one by one you start to work at yourself. Okay, so you just turn the mirror around and look at you. That's really important. Step three, work out what are your must-haves, your compromises, how far you can compromise. And I do believe that, you know, we're all different. Compromise is something that we really just need to do in life, and particularly with a partner. But yes, but don't over compromise. When you go too far, then you can turn into resentment, and it starts to niggle at you, and then it can start to come out in other areas. And like, well, you know, I did this for you, and now I want you to do this for me. And, you know, resentments can start to set in. So it's important with your compromise area that you go, yeah, I can do that. That sits okay with me. Or, yeah, that doesn't feel right for me. Okay. And so you want to look at your must-have. What are the things you definitely want in a relationship? Okay. And then you want to look at your non-negotiables. What are the things you simply cannot negotiate on? I mean, as an example, and then you look at the compromises, like where can I make a compromise? So for me, personally, if you've been watching me for a while, you know, I have like a bit of a respiratory thing. So a non-negotiable is I cannot be with a smoker because it just makes me cough, you know. Apart from that, I don't like the smell of it and all the rest of it, but put all that aside, it just makes me cough. It's not good for me. So that's a non-negotiable. So a must-have is must-have is like a healthy lifestyle. And my compromise is, you know, if you want to go with the boys to a cigar bar and have your night out and have your cigars, and then fine, go right ahead. You know, of course, when he comes in, it's going to, you know, stick out the plates of cigars, but that's okay. You know, that's one of my sort of must-have, non-negotiable compromises. So you need to sort of put some thought to that before you get too involved, you know, with someone. Okay. Excuse me. Step 4 is look at you, and this is another journaling exercise. It's all journaling exercises, okay? And it is great to start in the journal, because when you write things down, it's like more free flowing. It opens up more neural pathways. So journaling is a great thing to do. So that way it doesn't have to become a big production like us Capricorns do, and the Virgos too. So the past love lessons, look at your past relationships, the significant relationships, and look, what did you like about them, what worked and what didn't work, and what eventually was a breaking point that you split. Okay, so you do that for each of your significant relationships. Then you can see, like, has there been a common thread here? Like, is it the same thing happening all the time? So that sort of gives you some insight into where your attraction, and then you really have to go deeper into, if you see a pattern like that, then you've got to go sort of deeper. And that, for me, I take people through, when I'm consulting with people, with the intuitive consulting and astrological consulting, which sort of all fit together. I take them deeper into that. Like, where does that come from? Where does it originate from? Because it's now become a habit and part of your personality. And so we can change that. And a habit is now, research says a habit is an addiction, because, we do it so often. It's termed as an addiction. So we sort of go deeper and look at where that's, because once you know that, then you can notice it, then you can change it. If you don't know, then how can you do anything about it? So yeah, there's some work, there's some work here to do. And, I can guide you through it, but you have to do the work, and you have to be prepared to do the work, but it's hugely transformational and hugely, satisfying and empowering. So, that's what comes out of it. Step 5 is that you need to feel love, and, and all the masters of manifestation, whether it's Tony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, Mary Morrissey, Bob Proctor, John Assaraf, who I work with, they'll all say the same thing. For you to attract something, you have to step into that, and love is no different. So, if you're angry all the time, or pissed off with someone, or just simply pissed off at the world, then how can love get in? Because you've got this sort of angry, sort of aggressive, unhappy, maybe it's just unhappiness. It doesn't have to be, or depressed, or, slightly, depressed. It doesn't have to be like an aggressive. You could just be unhappy. How can love come into that? It doesn't have the attraction value, the attraction vibration there. So, as they say, to be happy, you need to be happy. To attract love, you need to feel love. Okay. And so what does that mean? It's like do more gratitude, or do gratitude exercise every morning and every night, because guess what? Gratitude lines up with the same vibrational energy as success and love. Okay, so and if you're not in a relationship, then reach out to your family or your friends. Tell them that you love them, you adore them, you respect them, you're so grateful that they're in your life. I mean, if you got a little puppy dog, I had a little puppy dog, Yogi, which if you've been following me for a while, he went across over the Rainbow Bridge 3 years ago, little sweetie pie. But dog is a reason why dog is God spelled backwards, because they just give you love. They're here to teach us love, and animals and pets and cats and all of it. So you do or put on a love song, whatever it is that triggers that love feeling in you, find out what that is. And then guess what? Just do more of it. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So to attract love, you need to feel love, you need to be love, step into love, and just, if you've got somebody in your life that's like a Debbie Downer, and every time you see them, they're like angry at the world, or, just sad, psych, and unhappy, then, and your quest is to find love and happiness, then guess what? You might have to just, step away from them and step away from those situations for a while. Okay. All right. So love and vision to you. I hope you've enjoyed this little report, and we'll see you again soon. Wishing you a very, very loving week and a very, very loving life. Bye for now.